Hello guys, welcome to Hankins Custom Rifles, Hank's Precision Gun Parts, and another episode of Hank's TV. Today's video don't have anything to do with guns, but what it does do with is a pond update that I know a lot of you guys have been asking me for. You leave me comments on my YouTube videos all the time. What about a pond update? Well, I'm going to give you a little pond update today. Today is September the 27th, 2025. I started the pond project somewhere around September probably of 2017. Now we ran into a few hang-ups. I got busy with a few other things. Life, just got in the way. The business got busy. I took my equipment up to my dad's house and we used it up there for about 3 years, cleaning out trees and brush and shrubs, and we did a bunch of grubbing up there for him. Then I took it down to the range and I used it down there for almost a year and a half. We finally got it back up here at the pond project, and I'm going to go down today and just push around a little bit, try to clear out some stuff that's overgrown and grown up. We had a lot of the pond cleaned out, but it has grown up in sycamore trees, and they are already, some of them probably 20 feet tall. Now they're not very big and they'll come right out, but they're just a pain in the butt to get that little stuff out. I'd rather push out a great big tree than a bunch of little ones, but we've got a bunch of little ones down there. But I'm going to take you down, show you around, see what's going on, and hopefully can get back onto this pond project. I've got a few guys coming in to help me. I've got a contractor that's going to come in and build the dam once I get all the trees and stuff grubbed out of the way. He don't want to push any trees. He said he'll push all the dirt, he'll dig the core, put in the dam, do all the dirt work, but I need to get all the trees and shrub and grub and just get all that crap out of there for him, so when he comes in here he can just push dirt. So I'm going to jump on the D6 XRL here and go down over the hill and just start pushing up some stuff. And when I get down there, I'll show you what we've got, where we left off. At the end of the day, if I feel like it and I'm not too worn out, I'll get the camera back out and I'll show you what I got done today. So between the bulldozer and the excavator, I might get a little progress done. I'm here all by myself today. I don't have any help. I do have a nephew coming over tomorrow to help me, so what I'm going to try to do today is just get a bunch of trees pushed down and out of the way. Tomorrow we'll cut the stumps off of them with the chainsaw and drag them up the hill so I can use them for firewood. That is another reason it's taken me so long to build this pond. I don't want to just push all these trees up into a pile and burn them out in the field and get no use out of them. So I have been burning them to heat my shop and my house for the last 6 or 7 years since I started this pond project. It's matter of fact, it's been 8 years. In 2027, it'll be a 10-year project since I started this, but man, I just got busy and priorities take place, and the pond was not a priority. I would have liked to had it done. It'd have been filled up with water and I'd had bass in there this long by now. But priorities, fellas, you got to have priorities in life, and my priorities is my business and my customers and keeping my bills paid, and I can't do that if I'm over here playing with a bulldozer building a pond. So anyway, let's get on down the hill here and we're going to check out the pond the way it lays right now today, September 27th, 2025. Okay fellas, before we go too far down the hill, I'm on top of the bulldozer, so I'm about 6 feet off the ground. I can get a little better view. If you look all the way up there to the end of that holler, that's where the water's going to go to, I hope. It's going to come up a little finger over here on the right hand side of the lake or pond. There's all the sycamore trees that I told you has grown up over the last several years. Now they're not very big and they'll push right over, but they're going to be a pain in the butt to get them out of there. I'll just push them up in a pile and burn those off. My nephew did some bush hogging over here a couple weeks ago, so we got some of the grass cut down, and I try to bush hog this field once a year, but I don't think we bush hogged it all last year. Got away from us. So there's some bigger stuff in here that I'm going to get grubbed out one day. and turn this back into a big field. Now right there, if you can see where the tree line starts, that is where the dam's going to go. So it's going to start up here on the upper side. There's a big cedar tree right there in front of that sycamore tree that is directly in the center of the screen of this camera. Behind that sycamore tree, there's a cedar tree. The dam will start there. It's going to follow those trees. You see a couple more cedar trees. You see another sycamore tree down there. It's about in the middle of the camera now. It goes on down the hill. Okay, then it's going to go up the hill on the other side, and all those cedar trees right there that you see need to come out. And the dam's going to go straight across there. And people ask me all the time, how's the lake going to fill up with water? Well, the lake's going to fill up with water with the rain that's going to come, and it's going to run down these hillsides. And all these hillsides, all the runoff water that's going to come down these hillsides and into this holler is going to flow down this little old dried up creek right now. And when it hits the dam, it's going to stop and it's going to fill up with water. And hopefully it'll hold water. Now, where I'm at, the part of the country I'm in, it's full of rocks over here. And a lot of people build lakes and they don't hold water because they get in and the water goes around what they call a ledge rock. We've got a lot of ledge rocks over here. So the contractor coming in to build the dam is going to bring a ram hoe, and he is going to jackhammer all that rock out and then fill it back in with dirt to hopefully that this thing will hold water, because there's a lot of work, time, and money into this project. If it don't hold water, it would be a great big disappointment to be living in a house up on top of this hill looking down over here at a mud hole instead of a lake. So I'm hoping and praying that it's going to hold water, but there's no guarantees that it will. So in the last 7 years, I've also started building a house. So you can see it up there if the sun's not killing the view, which I think it is. There you go. I'm building a house, and hopefully I'll move over here one day when I retire. And I'll be able to sit up there on my porch and look down over this hill and see my lake. Alright, so I'm going to get down there and start pushing some stuff around and see what all I can get accomplished today. It is kind of early still, so I got an early start. It's 9:30. I've been over here for about an hour, but I haven't gotten much done yet. Just kind of getting unloaded and situated. But once I get started, I ought to be able to make some progress. Alright, so here we go, fellas. Okay, so another quick view before I put the camera up and get it off the bulldozer. I'm not going to ride it around on this bulldozer all day. I'm going to take it, put it in the case, and set it over here in the woods somewhere where it don't get run over. But here's where the dam's going. It's going right here directly in front of us. The shadow of this bulldozer is going to be the dam, and it's going to go straight across and up the hill on the other side. And what I'd like to do today is just get in here and grub out some of this stuff so we can get in here and kind of take an assessment and see what we've got. Now, these trees in here all have to come out. Them still all have to come out because the dam's going to go right here. It's going to be 25 feet tall, and it's going to slope back at a 3-to-1 angle, so that's going to be 75 feet minimum that we're going to come back this way into the woods. So I'm going to work on that today too if I get time. The excavator, I'll come down here with that excavator and get all these trees and grub them out of there. Some of it's firewood, some of it's a scrap pile, but that's where we're at. Alright, so time to get to work. Well, it don't look like much. I've been at it for about 2.5 hours. I've run the blade over all of that stuff up there and pushed out some stuff that was in there. There was a couple piles of brush and big stumps. There's a big rock pile right there that I don't know what I'll do with. I guess I'll just push it out of there and bury it somewhere if I don't need it in the pond. There's just a pile of stuff I pushed up, a lot of dirt in that pile I'm going to have to go through. I'm going to go up and get the excavator now and start picking some of that stuff out. And I went through some over here, cleared me out a spot where I can get in with the tractor and a chainsaw, and I'm going to cut down a few of these trees that I want. And then the rest of that's going to get grubbed out. So we're putting a little dent in it. 2.5 hours into the day. I'll probably stay over here till pretty late, as long as I can stand to stay over. So there's what we got. Well, fellas, it's 2:52. I've been pretty much non-stop today. Haven't even stopped to eat lunch, but I'm getting hungry. I'm going to go up there and get me a bite and come back down here for about another hour and just grub out a few more trees. I've got probably 15, 18 trees on the ground. Stumps are all attached to the trees. That's the best way to get these big ones out. I take them out with that excavator, dig them out, pull the stump out of the ground, and then I can use the excavator to lift them up off the ground, cut the stump ball off, root ball, and then I'll drag the rest of this wood out and hopefully get some of it cut up tomorrow. I don't think I'll cut it all up for firewood, but I'll cut up enough to fill my gooseneck trailer, and I can't haul all of this on one load. That's probably 3 loads. So I'll cut one load tomorrow so I don't go home empty-handed. And that right there, that's a red oak log, I think. I'll probably save that and cut some boards out of it. Them down there are mostly just junk trees. There's a few cedars. I see walnut down there. It's too little to do anything with, so it's going to make firewood. And then there's some sycamore trees. This is a walnut tree right here in front of us, but it's too little and crooked to do anything with. But right here is what I've got done today. Where I'm standing is going to be the dam. It's going to go straight across right here. So if we ever get this done, it's going to be a pretty good sized lake. Good morning and welcome back to Hankins Custom Rifles and the pond project. Today we're going to work on getting those trees out that I pushed over yesterday. This here's Garrett. It's my nephew. He helps me a lot over here. And the goal is to fill up this gooseneck with firewood and get all these trees cut up today. Get the stumps chopped off of them, put them in a pile so we can burn them. Any brush and whatever that we're not going to use for firewood, we'll put that in the pile and burn all that stuff. And when we get all that cleaned up, we'll just take an assessment of what's next and just keep grubbing trees until we're ready to put in the pond dam. So if you guys want to come with me, I'll show you what we got going on, the trees we got to cut up, and we're just going to get started. It's about 9 o'clock. Let's see, it's actually almost 10 o'clock. It's 9:49. We've been over here for a little while. We had to unload the trailer. We come down over the hill. We had to unhook the bush hog off the tractor. We've got the chainsaws gassed and oiled and ready to go. So we're ready to start working, and it's almost 10 o'clock. It's going to get 85 degrees today, so we're going to get hot. We got a cooler full of ice cold Gatorades and water, so if we get thirsty, we got something to drink. And other than that, that's about it. You got anything to add? Not a word.
Not a word.
All right, well, he ain't got nothing to say. Maybe he's got some energy today. All right, let's get started. Okay, guys, here's the gooseneck trailer that we're going to try to fill up with wood. That is 25 feet to the flat, and then it's got a 5-foot dovetail on it, so the whole trailer is 30 foot long. We're probably not going to fill up the dovetail because I don't have the backboards for that part of it today. But there's the truck and the trailer, and we're going to try to fill that up, get a pretty good load of wood on there, and get started for the winter's heat. Here's the chainsaws. I got one more in the truck in case we need it, but I got a small saw for the little stuff, medium-sized saw for the bigger stuff, and the great big saw still in the truck. I don't bring it out unless I absolutely have to. Let's see, there's the excavator, and there down there is all the trees that we want to get cut up. Now that's a lot of wood down there, but I think we can put a pretty good dent in it. So I usually run the chainsaw. Garrett picks it up, puts it in the tractor bucket, carries it up here, and dumps it in the trailer. Here's the old tractor I got. That's the old John Deere 5400. It's been around a long time. It's lived its entire life outside, so there's not much paint left on it. But it's still a good tractor. I got about 2,500 hours on it probably, and it's been a good John Deere tractor. I wish they still made them like that. I'd buy another one today, but they don't make them that way anymore. The ones you buy today ain't hardly worth buying, because I bought one a couple of years ago and I absolutely do not like it. It's a John Deere 5085E, and it's 85 horsepower. It can't pull a greasy string out of a cat's butt. But anyway, we're going to get started. Well guys, it's 3:15. All the trees are cut up. The brush is piled, ready for a big fire. That's a bigger brush pile than it looks like in this camera, I can tell you. I'm just going to leave the excavator down there. We've got a bunch more trees right here to get. And we was up there walking around looking where the dam's going to go. There's a bunch up on that hill. A couple big oak trees that's got to come out, some cedar trees. Still a lot of work to do down here, but we're working on it a little bit at a time. So whenever we get done, it'll get done. So there's Lapua. He's been locked up all day. He's ready to come out in the sun. There's Garrett. He's worn out. I worked him pretty hard today. He kept up with me pretty good though. And up here is that load of wood. I don't know how many buckets we took up here, and I don't remember how many trees there were, but there was a lot. And that ain't a great big load. I've had more on there than this, but it's not a bad load. Be enough to get started on it on the winter time. And then all my saw logs that I kept, I put them over here. And I think we got, I'm not going to walk all the way over there if I can find them. There they are, I think. We got 3 red oak logs and 5 or 6 cedar logs. So that's about it, guys, for the pond update. I'm going to be working over here as much as I can until the weather shuts me down. So the next couple of weekends I'll be over here and trying to stay caught up in the gun shop and get everything done. But I just got to devote a little bit of time to this project and get it going. So till the next time, guys, subscribe to the YouTube channel, give me a thumbs up on the video, and we'll see you later.